Evening, Mr. Marc Jaffe.
It's Jaffe! It's Jaffe!
How you guys doing? Appreciate the applause. That was, even if it was just that a guy my age could make it up here without assistance. So.
No!
How about I keep it going for all the comics who came out here tonight. Performing for the first time. This is how everybody's got to come up for the first time. Sometime, you know. I mean, Louis C.K. started, Amy Schumer, Jerry Seinfeld. They all started in Dave Swenson's comedy workshop. That's how it all. Jerry's an Uber driver now. Just for comedians, but that's what he does. So no, this is nice. Glad to be here. I got dressed, shaved. Put on cologne. I'm wearing a Gucci cologne, which is attractive to women because it makes you smell like a purse. Not that I'm looking for women. I'm a married guy, and not that comedians get women. Of the entertainers, it's musicians that get women. I think there's a reason for that. I think it's because women would rather have a song written about them than a joke. That's my theory, but I'm feeling pretty good these days. Although earlier this week I had somewhat disappointing news. I met with my financial advisor looking ahead to retirement. He told me, Mark, the most important thing is you don't want to outlive your money. So I've got about 3 weeks to live. Unless I find some alternative employment. But no, I'm feeling very good in general. I'm very excited. Next week, my wife and I are expecting our first child. To come for a visit, so should be nice. You didn't think we were having another one, did you? For us to have another kid now, it would have to be an accident. My wife and I would have to get really drunk one night, ignore all precautions, and adopt a kid. It's the only way that's happening because my wife is past the age. She's past the age. You know, my guys are still good. Although I found out recently I am too old to donate sperm. Well, I can donate all I want, just nobody's paying me for it. Told you I was looking for alternative income. But 35 is the cutoff age, in case you were interested, which I think makes sense. Because, you know, if you needed sperm, you would look for that young, vigorous 20-year-old sperm. You wouldn't want the 57-year-old sperm. You know what happens to that sperm. That sperm ends up bald and walking the mall in a tracksuit. That sperm stays in the freezer until it gets freezer burns. But no, I am excited because my daughter is coming home for a visit. She's bringing her boyfriend. For the first time, we're meeting him, not Jewish. Well, you know, I was never that strict. I have 3 girls, and I was never that strict about who they were dating. You know, it's not like when they brought boys home, I would ask them to pull down their pants. You know, which is how you know if they were Jewish or not. It's not what you find. It's just if they do pull down their pants, you know they're Jewish because only Jews are so compliant and wanting to please. They would do that. Either they're Jewish or maybe they're Canadian. So you gotta ask if they can skate. No Canadians! Well, I did that, and I shouldn't be Jewish. You gotta do the Jewish stuff. It's really very difficult to do. That's why when this came along during the Crusades, so many Jews converted to Christianity. It was so much easier. That and they wanted to live. 2 reasons.
Oh my God!
Yeah, looking forward to having her home because well, we don't have any kids at home anymore. My youngest went off to college, and we're empty nesters now. Which my wife and I are kind of ambivalent about it because we've lost our IT person, and I have no idea what's going on with my phone. I just, I used to ask my youngest for, Sarah, can you help me? And she goes, oh, Dad. There, I fixed it and I did your taxes. I have an app for that. She understands everything about the phone, of course, because she is on it constantly, just always texting in it. We have the unlimited texting plan. Last month, she exceeded it. I have no idea how many times. We got a letter from Verizon, all it said was, Uncle! She's texting me with all the emojis, emoticons. I have no idea what those things are. It's like a foreign language to me, which it'd be weird if that was a foreign language, wouldn't it? If there was like a country where they spoke that. I would not want to go to that country. I have to ask somebody for directions on that. Could you tell me how to get to this museum here? It's just bad. I think every generation doesn't understand the next generation's technology. That's the problem. That and music, same thing. We don't understand the next generation music, and that goes way back to Beethoven. Beethoven's dad probably walked in on him and was like, Beethoven, what is this? Dun 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 dun. What is this crap? You should play a nice Gregorian chant or something. It's so loud. What are you, deaf? I just don't understand things. GPS, that's one I'm not good with. I'm always, half the time I'm going, no, I don't go that way. I know where I am. I go a different way. I feel better about GPS if when I want my own way, at the end of it, the thing would say, oh, you were right. Yeah, that was better. I'll remember that for next time. I'm just not good with that. The problem is I'm not good with my generation's technology. That's the problem. Like, I was in the restroom here. In the public restrooms, to get paper towel, they're like on the electronic eye. The dispenser is like a motion detector or something. I always feel like a bad mime every time I'm trying to get a paper towel. I can figure out the water coming out, that somehow I can get, but there's no thing to adjust the temperature. It always comes out burning hot. It's ridiculous. I think they do that in public restrooms, keep it that temperature so they know if you washed your hands or not afterwards. I didn't hear you scream. Get back in there. I've trouble. Where else is bad that I burn myself with water? Hotels. The hotel shower are always adjusted, like, you can't turn it an eighth of an inch. It goes from freezing cold to boiling death, They should have a shower concierge at hotels. That's it. Could you send somebody up? I'd like to take a shower. Jeeves, I'd like you to stay until I'm done, because I have no idea how to turn this thing on. That's ridiculous. I don't know. I'm an old guy. I know I'm old because I was just in New York a little while ago. I was on the subway and sitting down, and some woman came on, an elderly woman, and I got up, started to get up to give her my seat, and some other people around me go, no, you sit. You sit. And then I got out of the subway in Brooklyn. This was the weirdest place. I got out, and on the corner was a strip club. Big neon signs at night. It was lit up, live nudes and all this. And coming out of a window over the front door were bubbles. And I thought, what conversation went on? That the owners, they're like, naked women will only bring so many people in. We need something else. How about bubbles? I get confused, but I was there also. I was walking down the street. There was a store, and a sign said, "Use kids' clothing." And I thought, oh man, why do they gotta say use kids? Why don't they just say adopted? Come on. It's really bad. No, it's the clothing that's used. I see these signs. I was driving here in a residential neighborhood, I saw a sign that I've never seen before. You know how some streets they have a sign, blind child or deaf child, get people to slow down. This one, first time I've ever seen this, is mentally challenged child. And I don't know, I felt kind of bad for all the kids in the neighborhood because they're probably all looking at that and going, is that for me? And the reality is, all they had to do was put up a blind child sign, and people would slow down, and all the kids would look at it and no, that's not for me. And, except for one kid who'd look at it and go, is that for me? And you'd know that was the mentally challenged child. There might have been some mentally challenged kids who stole, speaking of signs, these kids stole my address sign. And I say kids, because I'm just assuming it wouldn't be professionals, because what are you going to do with the sign? It was my sign that says 2683 West St. James that I have in my yard. And they're like, oh, hey, you got the sign. Let's go sell it now. Who are we going to sell it to? Hey, I know a house that doesn't have a sign that has this address. Like a professional's breaking it down for parts. Hey, buddy, I got a 2 and a 6. You could use it as a 9. Things do confuse me. I was confused the other day. I made a mistake. I was listening to the radio, and there was an ad came on they said bearskin condoms. I'm thinking, bearskin condoms? Who is killing a bear just for condoms? And if actually you are doing that, you are so tough. I don't want you using condoms. I want you in the gene pool procreating. Oh, bear, I get it. Things do confuse me. I was confused these days. I just had to figure out insurance. That is oh my God, the Obamacare I just had to do, and probably for the last time. But it's hard figuring out. There's so many choices. I got an HMO, which a lot of different companies. I went with the Groupon HMO. Gotta get a kidney transplant, or that expires in 6 weeks. But it's hard figuring out that stuff, and I gotta get the right one with drug. My wife takes medication, all these medications. I'm glad it's her that's taking the medications, because I am not one to be good about taking my medications. I'm always forgetting. I'd be a terrible drug addict. If I was a drug addict, I'd be lying in bed at night thinking about my day. And, damn it, I forgot to take my heroin. Should I get out of bed and take it now? I'll take 2 tomorrow. I couldn't. It's bad that heroin stuff's going around. I couldn't take it because I couldn't shoot myself up or snort things. I'm terrible. The only way I could take heroin was if it came in a cream. A nice heroin cream with an SPF 50. So if I zone out in the sun, could not take heroin. I take meth before I took heroin. No, it's better for you because, you know, it's local. It's not bad. No, I'm just trying to stay healthy, trying for an old guy, trying to outlive my light bulbs, basically. That's my goal right now. It used to be easy. Light bulbs lasted like 2 years. Now these light bulbs last like 25 years, these LEDs. I change a light bulb now, I'm thinking, this is for the next generation. That was a next generation lamp. I don't know. I don't know what's going to get me in the end. I have certain genetic issues, being Jewish. For example, if I die from what got my grandparents, I am most likely to die from Nazis. So I'm trying to stay in shape so I can outrun them.
Oh my God.
But, yeah, it's I'm trying to be good now because when I go, I want to get into heaven. That's I try to think, what could I do? I figured, I'll follow the 10 Commandments. I could do that, and except I don't keep the Sabbath, and I covet. But that's 8 out of 10. That's not bad. That's a B. May not get me to a top heaven, but it should get me into an in-state heaven. It's tough getting old. Things just happen. I will walk or make a sudden movement. Oh, my knee, or something. And it's always bad. It's always something that hurts. It's never like you make a sudden movement and something gets better. It's like, whoa, oh, my cholesterol has gone down. I don't feel things. My body, I'll cut myself and not even realize it. Blood is coming out all over it. And where is this blood going? Oh, my toe is missing. It's so bad. I have to actually. I stretch before I go to bed. Because who knows? In the middle of the night, I might want to roll over. And, if I haven't stretched, there's going to be cramping and that's the thing. The only thing is sex is getting better. Yeah, sex is definitely getting better. I know that because I find myself saying, "Oh God," a lot more during sex. Usually it's followed by the words, "My back." Oh God, shift. And, then I find myself at the doctor's, and he tells me, "Mark, I told you not to move during sex." I'm like, "Doc, if I don't move during sex, that's 2 of us not moving." You guys have been very nice. Thank you for coming out tonight.
Give it up for Mark one more time. That man is fantastic. I told you he is professionally hilarious.